Hello everyone, and welcome to the Panda Luxury Homes channel. Today, we are excited to introduce John, our experienced property manager in Kelowna. With 20 years of experience living in this beautiful city, John has a deep understanding of the local rental market and the needs of both landlords and tenants. Let's hear his insights. John, could you start by telling us a little about yourself and how you got into property management?
I've always had a great passion for real estate. Early on, I watched my parents manage their real estate portfolio. So, I learned the day-to-day operations, everything from advertising a unit to building good relationships with tenants. And, over time, I realized that this is something I wanted to do on a broader scale, and helping other property managers grow their investments without the stress of handling everything themselves is, really how I found my calling in the property management industry.
What do you think are the most important qualities of a successful property manager?
First and foremost, strong communication. I think strong communication is critical, both with property owners and the tenants. Owners need transparency about how their properties are performing, and tenants need responsiveness to their concerns and their questions. So another key thing I would add is organization. I know property managers juggle a lot of tasks, so they have to collect the rent, maintenance, scheduling. They need to create robust systems, and they have to have them in place to, if you're well organized, you're going to run a well company. So market knowledge, you also have to be knowledgeable, right? You need to know what matters. Kelowna, especially in the dynamic market like Kelowna, where real estate trends, they shift quickly. So you need to be knowledgeable above all else, really. But you need strong communication, and you need to be organized. And lastly, I want to add, which actually is, I believe, the most important part of being a successful property manager, is integrity and trustworthiness. There are lots of property managers out there that lack both integrity and trustworthiness, and I'll tell you, it goes a long way just by simply being a person of integrity.
What makes Kelowna's rental market unique? What's the difference between Kelowna and Vancouver?
Yeah, Kelowna is a unique market. It's heavily influenced by its lifestyle appeal. It's got a lake, beautiful lake, lots of vineyards, growing tech industry. There's lots of professional students and retirees as well. Kelowna has a large retiree population. So it's got a mix of year-round residents and seasonal visitors. Summer tourism is particularly a big industry in Kelowna, and compared to Vancouver, Kelowna's market is smaller, and in many ways it's more community-oriented. But Vancouver is dominated by the urban density and larger scale developments, while Kelowna maintains that balance of suburban neighborhood, resort-style communities, but it's expanding its downtown core quite rapidly. So, rentals in Kelowna can be quite attractive because of the lower purchasing prices relative to Vancouver. But you do have to pay attention to those seasonal shifts in demand, as I was speaking to earlier.
Why did you choose to join Panda Luxury Homes? What sets Panda's property management services apart?
They provide high-end, personalized service to both their owners and their tenants. I believe they go beyond just placing tenants and collecting rents, but Panda focuses on enhancing property value, whether that's recommending strategic upgrades, offering concierge-level tenant relations, or using cutting-edge marketing to showcase our listings. What I believe really sets Panda apart is its holistic approach. We manage each property as if it were our own, and I think that's the most important part to being a good property manager. You really need to manage people's assets as if it were your own asset, and I think that's what I noticed in Panda right away, and that's something I wanted to be a part of. I wanted to be a part of a team that shares my values.
Finally, what advice do you have for landlords in Kelowna? And if they are looking for a property manager, why should they choose you?
My biggest piece of advice is to stay proactive about the market trends and tenant expectations as well. make the most of Kelowna's unique appeal by keeping your property well maintained, being welcoming, and small improvements can lead to a higher return and more stable tenancies. You do also got to manage the tenant's expectations as much as it is about making the owner happy. If your tenants are also happy, then everybody's happy. So, if you're looking for a property manager, I offer a hands-on, personalized management experience that balances financial performance with excellent tenant care. So, my personal approach is more detail-orientated, but I like to be very communicative with both my tenants and owners. So that's what owners can come to expect from me. Is I'll always be available at all hours of the day. Ultimately, my goal is ultimately to maximize your return on investment and offering you peace of mind.
Thank you everyone watching this video. Please follow our channel to get more familiar with our property managers.